And because God had declared that Israel will go into captivity, there is no way that would have ever happened if Michael was there. So the first thing God had to do was to withdraw Michael from them. Then they were exposed. And they went into captivity. And Nebuchadnezzar ruled over them. Are you listening to me? Ruled over them. But then Nebuchadnezzar did something. Now, according to the prophecy, when you study Hezekiah, you remember when Hezekiah, God said he would die, he prayed and God changed it, right? Now, afterwards, he did something wrong. And the Lord sent a prophet to him and said, hey, same Isaiah, said, this thing that you have done, these people that you have exposed your kingdom to, they will come and take the choice of your land. They will take your princes and make them servants in their nation. So Daniel was a prince. He had royalty. But then when they were taken prisoner, the Nebuchadnezzar told his men, select the best of them. Are you listening to what I'm saying? And they picked Daniel to serve the king. Now, because Daniel was serving in the palace, he never had issues. You never hear his prayer was hindered. Why? Because he was doing business, physical business in the palace. So because he was known in the palace, are you listening to me? So even the angel responsible knew him. But then, here comes another kingdom that invaded after the death of Nebuchadnezzar. There comes this other kingdom that invaded all of Babylon. And Cyrus was the king. And so they took over. So they didn't come to say who's your best or who's everything. Praise God. But Daniel, as his custom was, continued to do business with God. Even though he was not known with the king, he continued to do business with God. Now, the business he was doing with God attracted something that affected the nation. This is one man. Please listen. He wasn't praying about the nation. He wasn't praying about power tussle. He was just minding his business, trying to understand something from God. And because he was consistent in prayer, for that particular time, he prayed for 21 days. And because he was consistent in prayer, it's not like God waited 21 days to answer him. God answered him immediately. But an angel who was protecting the nation of Persia interfered with that answer and held the angel bringing that answer. Now, this opens your eyes to the operation of heaven. There are things God will speak to you about. There are things that he will release the script to you. Now, when